Divakar, you sort of cut off at that point in time when you said, you were, back in G, and G is always seen as a kind of role model, all of the 9-box and all of that coming in from there. So just want for you to sort of share a little bit in, was that, experience of, the way 9-box was implemented there sort of different than what you, have seen, done later in, Wipro, Lupin and so on? Or do you think, is there been something unique about GE system that we all sort of say, or do you think that that's now no more unique, it's kind of passé?
No, it wouldn't be fair for me to talk on behalf of some company that are quite some time ago. Yeah. But the fundamental principle is performance relative, whether it's in the 9-blocker or whether it's in your first ranking, fitting everyone into a normal distribution curve. Is it all right to, fit people into a normal distribution curve and say, these are the best and this is the good lot and these are guys who are underperforming? Seems very heartless. If you get ruthless on the non-performers, then that is when it gets very heartless. But if you're a little more benign, little more tolerant, and a little more willing to invest in them, and take it over 2 years and stuff like that, and eliminating the bottom 3% or 5% just gets your average up on a yearly basis. And it's perfectly all right. See, if you get obsessed with identifying the bottom 10 by April 1 and trying to get them out by June 1, it's terrible. But if you realize that, like in a cricket, see, take the Indian cricket team, everyone plays very well. That's why they're there. But even within that team, you have superstars and you have very consistent guys and guys who play below par. So it's perfectly all right over a period of time, after you put all your investment in terms of rehabilitation or take recourse to development and it still doesn't work, to exit people out. Because there's nothing wrong with them. They're good people, we are a good company. It's just that the marriage is not working out. Possibly they might become superstars somewhere else and we'll be very happy for them. As long as it's not done ruthlessly, I think it's a super thing, because over a period of time, your average performance index for the company, if you want to put it on a 1 to 10 scale, it's at 6. We'll go up to 6.5, we'll go up to 7.
So you're saying that we will really get to be a high-performing organization. So,
yep.
Mr. Dwivedi, I know Datamatics, you have also multiple businesses, but you have business very much exposed to the global markets like TCS. So, any comments that you would like to offer in terms of this fact that we always are challenged that people judge the performance management process many times by the answer that they got themselves. So, always people's expectation and aspiration tends to be higher than what they get. So, is there an inherent sort of dissonance that is always going to be there?
Sure. The challenge in IT industry is entirely different, where now almost 60-40% is the 60% and 40% is the male-female ratio. And the more of the talent is slowly moving to tier 2, tier 3 cities. So you cannot have the same system for Pondicherry and Nasik and Bombay and Bangalore.
In terms of performance management, you're
yes,
saying?
We have a different system for different focus. And we have de-linked the compensation and performance management. And it is very clearly communicated to the employees. Performance management is basically is the career development, career planning, cross-training, skill development, competency development, because every day the technology is changing. Today is cloud computing, tomorrow is agile, then open source, then analytics. So the IT people are motivated by getting the skill development and competency as aligned with the industry and the market. And the compensation is driven by their KRA, the KPI, which is they decide, we don't decide. They themselves decide role-based, and based on that, they themselves assess. The system is so mature and automated, and then they talk to their bosses. The rating is done openly by the boss and employee themselves. And that's how the whole system has been achieved so beautifully over 3-4 years when we adopted this technology. Appraisal is April to March, and the compensation revision is July to June. And this has worked so beautifully. There is no linkage. There is no everybody knows that performance management is more for development purpose. I know what training I'm going to get, what certification I am to get, and this is done globally in 20 countries across. And that's the reason the attrition rate has gone down, because the skill development contributes significantly in retention of the employees.
But I don't understand. So when you talk about KPIs and so on, you mean your performance management system does not reflect that? Because surely...
No, it is a different. KPI and KRA are...
only for variable pay.
It is for variable pay, and which employee do assess themselves. They know, because of the automated system, where they stand, how much they perform, what is their productivity level, and what was the threshold level, and how much they have overachieved. And that's how last year we grown 61%, which was the highest in the industry. And this year also we are growing in the same manner. And this has contributed significantly because the very innovative performance management system, and every employee is rewarded for these innovations and creativity, and they get appreciation from the client. Also they get the reward from the client, and in turn you get the greater client satisfaction. Recently we adopted something called wildly important goals. Each one has only 2. For example, a delivery person, you improve your customer satisfaction from 3.5 to 4.3. For sales guy, you increase your conversion ratio from 50% to 65%. And that's how they monitored every week, and it is open where everybody can see their performance. So that's how it works very beautifully.
Yanendra, I want to come back to you. You said about keeping it simple, and I want to just talk a little bit about, actually the performance conversation. See, one part is people get, as we said, unhappy because maybe they see the result and they don't feel happy, and it's kind of linked to perhaps outcomes of rewards that they're not happy. But the other part, when you talked about keeping it simple, is how do you sort of communicate to employees? So do you feel that most managers are not actually able to make that take that performance conversation in the right manner, and that is makes people unhappy? Or is there any experience that you would like to share in sort of improving those performance conversations?
Yeah, definitely what you're saying is absolutely relevant. It is very individualistic based how a manager engages with an employee while doing a performance management. But more than that, understanding the very philosophy of performance management in an organization, if somebody understands a very simple approach that we take, pay for performance and promote for potential. If it is communicated and it is understood, the employee and the manager would do great justice to the entire process. Now, moment you tell an employee that you have performed and your performance and your contribution is being acknowledged, it will be adequately rewarded and you will be compensated in the right manner. Though, whether you will be promoted, not promoted, based on the suitability of a future role, that's a different ballgame altogether.
Compensated in right manner. As we all know, people look over their shoulder, see what the next man is getting, and then become unhappy, right?
Yes.
And it's all linked to, that fact, then what is right? How do you handle that issue?
Yeah, so it's okay. In 1 year, if you've not had a good cycle and you've not performed well, but if an organization is committed to you, it's engaging, it's trying to make sure that you perform better in this role subsequently, and it's investing in you. That in itself is a great motivation for today's employee, especially if you're working in a very steady and a growing organization.